so pleasant about that place. Even your emotion had an echo in so much space. When you out there without care, I was out of tone. But it wasn't because I didn't know, no. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly. I hope that you're having the time of your life. Think twice. That's my only advice. Who do you think you are? Oh, bless your soul. You think you're in control. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes had the heart, lose their lives out on the land. And all I remember is think I want to be like them. Oh, yeah. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. And it's not coincidence I've come. And I can die when I'm done.
Hey everybody, it's a beautiful Thursday morning. Driving to work this morning, honestly, I kid you not, sometimes the days blend. They do. You lose track of the days, and that's a good sign. Anytime you get to a place where you're not sure what day it is, it means you're having a great time. There's nothing worse than having to drag yourself out of bed to do what you do. I mean, if you're doing that, then you're in the wrong place and you're doing the wrong thing. You have to be able to love what you do, okay? You have to look forward to it. Balance your life. You know, you have to balance your family life with your work life, with your social life and all of that. But the key is that you have to be able to love what you do. And you're in a great place when you don't know what day it is. You are. Precious people, thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to spend a few moments with me here on SMLtv. It seems like it was just a few hours ago that I was here saying goodnight to you, and here I am, boom, saying good morning to you. Actually, it was a few hours ago. It was less than 15 hours ago that I was here. I'm all rested now, ready for Thursday, ready for the day. What dragons shall we slay today, my brothers and sisters? What walls are we going to break through? What obstacles? Donnie Swaggart used to call them obstacles. I say obstacle. Donnie used to say obstacle. What obstacles are we going to push through this morning? Tell me, brothers and sisters, tell me. Somebody says, this is Bright. Bright says, Manje, you are doing makeup on yourself. Yes. I'm a one-man show, brother. It's not makeup. It's just a little, just to get the shine, to get rid of the shine, I do this for you. You guys have no idea what it's like being me out here for you. It is an up at dawn, pride swallowing siege that I will never fully tell you about. Okay? That's a line from Jerry Maguire. Tom Cruise's Jerry Maguire. Guys, a few shout outs to you guys. Somebody says Tayali is so hot and cold he can turn on anyone. That is the absolute truth. I'll tell you that right now. We're going to be talking about this political nuisance named Chilufya Tayali. And I want us to just take a moment to take a closer look at this minion. Really, he's a minion. You know what a minion is? Look it up. Minion. Okay? And he's more than a political provocateur. He's like an itch that simply will not go away. It's like an annoying itch. You know, ngawababwa. Na wa fuluma. Why is fuluma? You know, when it spreads, ukufuluma. When it spreads, it's malignant. Okay. Wa fuluma. Edio ule chitaso. Nomba chide karipa. That's Tayali. He's an itch that simply will not disappear. But his comeuppance is going to be here very soon. Okay, because it always is. I mean, it's just the law of reaping and sowing. I keep telling you guys, you know, you can't go against the law of reaping and sowing and think that you're going to escape unscathed. Okay, understand that. All right. So this Chilufya Tayali, remember, he started becoming very close to the PF. And I'll never forget the video I did where I saw a video of him. He had gone to see former President Edgar Lungu. And, you know, Lungu somehow, against his better judgment, and this always shocked me, former president somehow allowed Tayali into his conclave. Somehow Lungu allowed Chilufya Tayali close proximity to his inner circle, not knowing that the only reason Tayali became close to Edgar Lungu was that Tayali had an ulterior motive. Either he gets what he wants in terms of money. If he doesn't get the money, he becomes frustrated and then he turns on Edgar Lungu. Tayali has a very parasitical quality about him. He's like a parasite. He wants what he wants from you. If he doesn't get it, he turns on you, and then he uses his proximity to you to try to destroy you. In other words, you know people like that? You know people, they're narcissistic people that they get close to you. They hear your troubles. They hear your woes. They hear you complain. They hear you bemoan. And then after a while, they use the same information that they got from you while they were close to you, and they use the same information to try to destroy you. There are people like that. Tayali's one of them. You know, I'll never forget the day he was explaining to former President Edgar Lungu, and I was so upset with Edgar for this. There's Tayali explaining the definition of myopathy. Remember when Tayali came up with this harebrained, I mean, he just looked in the dictionary. He just looked for a word, you know. He searched for a word in the dictionary. Okay, let me find a word that means something. Okay, myopathy. And then he starts talking about it like he's an expert in that field. He went to President Lungu and he was explaining to Lungu what myopathy means. Now Lungu, but hey kutika. Now Lungu giving Tayali the breathing room, the breathing space to entertain the former president. And there's the former president entertaining and allowing this joker in the name of Tayali to speak to the former president as if they are peers, equals. Tayali is not an equal to Edgar Lungu. He's not. But there was by Edgar Lungu entertaining this joker as Tayali begins to explain, no, myopathy is when you lie, you don't even know you are lying, you are just a liar. Now, oh, so this condition, what else? Lelo. Tayali says, no, ini abantu PF aba badishibati nalikwata ma problems. They know that I have financial difficulties. These PF guys, they know that I've put my head on the chopping block for them, but they do nothing to assist me. They give me no money. They don't do anything. They don't come. They don't run to my aid when I scream, kuti, kunona fipena, ubunga kungandeta kudi. Mazoi, vanakia, valefua mazoi, umwana nanida, aba school fees, aba PF, badendo eshafye, kwat fipuluro. So, the thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to abandon ship. Ever heard of that phrase, abandon ship? It means the boat's about to sink, so instead of you sinking with it, you jump off of it. That way you have a chance to survive. That's the modus operandi of Tayali. Tayali's got a parasitical quality about him, boy. So here it is now. Yesterday, because the thing about Tayali is that he just, he just says stuff. He just talks. He's got like verbal diarrhea. I mean, the guy goes anywhere. There is no place that man has gone where he hasn't left destruction. Everywhere he's gone, he's left chaos. Everywhere he's gone, he's left debauchery. Every place that he's been through, he has left a trail of chaos, disaster, and debauchery. That's the quality that he has. So here it is now. He was so upset yesterday. He says, oh, these PF guys, they don't know who they're dealing with. And this is the other thing about Tayali. He brags. Guys, take it from me. There is nothing in this world worse than a person who brags about themselves. Nothing. You've heard the phrase, you can't blow your own horn. You can't toot your own trumpet. Oh, Tayali knows nothing of that. Tayali will stand in front of a camera and he will tell you that he is the be-all and end-all. Tayali will tell you that he's God's gift to you and your country and your nation and everything else and everything in between. There he was yesterday talking about how you don't know the power that I have. The power that I have, I can destroy you. I can destroy your party. Your party anyway like katako. Narami puisha bonse. Anytime you hear someone threaten like that, that is a big telltale sign that they have absolutely zero power. Ooh, oh, that's good. I need to say that again. Anytime you hear someone, vai pompa, ai pompa, chine, kutina chite wishi befia titapari na ngufia chimo tapa, ni wala zero. I mean, Tayali has said to me before, "Yo mwe yo Simson, I'll destroy that Simson. Na muliamu inamu Simson makakutamfia." Oh, really? The blood of Simon Mwewa flows through the cisterns of Simson. Iwe Tayali, we say kunuati you destroy Simson. You, Tayali, you will say that you will come and remove me from here. Who are you? Niwe nani? Niwani? And he said that to me. That's been what, 5 years ago? Have I been removed from here? No. Has he destroyed Simonson? No. Newsflash, this place has been here for 35 years. It was here before Tayali came, and it will be here long after he's dead and gone. Let's be clear about that. So my point is, whenever you hear someone threaten, our PF, I'll destroy them. I can destroy them. He has nothing. He's a tiger with a glass jaw. He's a lion without a roar. He's a predator with no plan. It's just pakanwa. And always be weary of people that get close to you, and when they don't get what they want, they use their proximity to you to later begin to threaten you with information they got while they were close to you. Be careful with such people. Oh, and Tayali does that very well. He schmoozes. He rubs shoulders with you. And then when he doesn't get what he wants, he turns around and says, I know some stuff about you, boy. I know things about you. If I were to put them on air, they would destroy you. That's his modus operandi. That's how he operates. But here's the great thing about all this thing, is that Tayali is going to get his comeuppance. Tayali's, like I said the other day, he's burnt bridges now with the PF. He's not welcome there anymore. You think that after the things that he said about Edgar Lungu and PF, you think those chaps are going to welcome him? You think they'll say, oh, you're Tayali, I saw you. You think that? Nothing, zero, voila. So he's burnt the PF bridge, and he's done it cataclysmically so. And then he's for years, he's burnt the bridges with the UPND. So politically, he's doing what he should have been doing from the very beginning. He's on his own. Stand on his own. He has that thing called a political party, really, which it isn't. It's just a little homegrown organization. And even then, that organization was birthed out of the machinations of one Andrew Ejimadu, aka Seer Nothing. Without Seer Nothing, Seer Zero, Seer Naught, Seer Minus, without him, that thing that Tayali calls a political party, I don't know, what is that thing called? The EFPF, ZT something. I think it's called the Economic Empowerment, Kiwanis Club or something. I don't know. Whatever that thing is called, it was birthed, it was conceived out of the machinations of Andrew Ejimadu, that false prophet from Nigeria. So in other words, Tayali cannot produce anything in and of himself. It has to be induced. So now he's on his own. Now he's talking about, I'm going to now start doing my own thing. I'm going to run for president. I'm going to push my own agenda. He comes from a situation where not even his wife is eligible to vote for him. Okay, let's be clear about that. His kids are grown. I know good and hell well those kids look at him and say, Daddy, don't be crazy. I ain't voting for you. Yeah, what do you think, I'm out of my mind? I'm not voting for you. The few people, the handful, the cluster, the remnant of people that believe or follow Tayali are exactly like him. They are a product of a deranged mind. Mashiru. All these Tayali followers, you think those are normal people? They're not normal. All the people that follow Chilufya Tayali are rejects. they're parasites. They think exactly like him. They are unpatriotic Zambians. They're leeches. They're mooches. They're bottom feeders. They're a bunch of jokers is what they are. Let's be clear about that. So let me just now bring you up to speed. So yesterday, Tayali says, and don't be deceived. Lungu wants to come back. He wants a fire. Ati Lungu wants to come back. He's the one who's engineering this whole process. Tayali is saying stuff we've been saying for forever. Who doesn't know that? What? Is that supposed to be some big revelation? We've been saying that for months. That is an old trick from Chilufya. Our late president, Frederick Chilufya, is the first person that employed that trick. Kuti ine sinifuna bantu ndiye bafuna ini abantu ebale mfwaya ine shirefi fwaya iyo ine nali humble. I'm a humble leader. Nali humble. If ya kwebati balefwati inende bwerera shirefwaya mwe nimbeba abantu ati ine ninaka mwebale nchita advise kuti ukabwererepo nalikana bantu bamfwaya ine ebankabila ebanko eba chita follow me balankonga kumayanda kuma 0203 baledifye balungu nimwe bufye mweka ubu fifye bweka. Why do you think people like Rafael Savimbi Nakachinda, people like Given Ruvinda, people like Bowman Rusambo, why do you think those chaps are now at the forefront of the party structures? The party structure. It is because of former President Edgar Lungu. He's the one who's orchestrating all of that. If Nakachinda becomes the SG, Nakachinda dances to the tune of former President Edgar Lungu. Nakachinda is a parrot. Mancha parrot. He's a parrot of former President Lungu. He dances to the tune of the sixth president, Filama Sungu Balanda. He who pays the piper calls the tune. Who's the piper? It is the former President Lungu. He's the piper. So therefore, he's the one who's paying, and Nakachinda simply plays the tune. That is what it is. Don't be foolish. Don't be naive. Don't bury your heads in the sand, brothers and sisters. See it for what it is. Taste it. Wake up. Smell the coffee. Don't be foolish. We know those machinations. So Tayali talks as if he's brought out a big revelation. Yeah? That's the attitude. Tayali talks as if he's brought out something so cataclysmic, when really the truth is, the whole time we knew exactly what was going on. We know President Lungu's number. We do. We know his number. We know his MO. We know his machinations. We know exactly what he's trying to do. We've been saying it for months. The only difference is somebody from his inner circle. Lungu, this is what you get. And I told you, I warned you, I did. I am on record. I told you, I said, Lungu, how can you accept to be close to a sex offender like Chilufya Tayali, a rapist like Chilufya Tayali, a child molester like Chilufya Tayali? How do you allow that type of person to be close to you and you are entertaining him? I told you. Aluka. Achta semux asemuka. Eh? That's what you get. That's what you get. You should have listened to what I told you. And now, let me just close by saying this. Now here it is. The issue of former President Lungu's medicals are under the spotlight. Former President Lungu, you must understand, you can't eat your cake and eat it too. You can't do it. It is either the yin or the yang. You can't have both. You have to make a decision. You retired. The 28th of August, you wrote a letter to Secretary to the Cabinet informing him that you were no longer a politician, that you had retired from politics. But you haven't done that. You are in active politics right now, and you are having dark corner meetings where you are hatching a plan to somehow weasel your way back onto the ballot box to challenge HH. Why? Because you are angry and you are furious that the Zambian people removed you and gave a chance to HH. That angers you. That angers Rafael Nakachinda. That angers Given Lubinda. That angers Boman Lusambo. The clique of thieves that are around you are trying to reinstate former President Lungu for their own self-aggrandizement. It's got nothing to do with patriotism. It's got nothing to do with love of country. It's got everything to do with the selfishness of a clique of thieves coming together to support a failed project. It's real. And you should say something. The quicker you understand that, the better off you'll be. But President Lungu has just been misled. I mean, the man has everything in his demographic. He's 60 plus years old. He served 2 terms. I mean, the Zambian people it was a privilege to serve. And that's what you should be saying, former President Lungu, 6th President Lungu. Every day, you should be standing in front of a camera saying, it was a privilege to serve. Thank you, Zambian people, for giving me 2 terms to serve you. I may not have done everything that I said I would do. Why? Because development has no destination. You said that. I'll never forget you saying that at a rally at Mulungushi. That's the one thing I picked up from you, and you were right. Development has no destination. Every person does their part. Every administration comes in to better the lives of the people and to make the country better. But for you to be stuck in a time machine, thinking, no, I'm the only one who can provide the livelihoods that the Zambians want. Me, I'm the one. I have to go back to that seat. For what? You have already served. We gave you 2 terms. It was a privilege, and we love you. Here it is. You serve 2 terms. You have everything. Inganda, Vararipira, the house, very soon, they're going to build a house for you, all paid for by the state, all paid for by the government. You receive 80% of the current president's salary. Imagine that. Not that you don't deserve it, you deserve it because you worked. You worked. You labored for this nation. You stood in the gap for this nation. You worked. So now you're reaping the benefits of that work. Now, 80% of the current president's salary. Shilengila imokwikala fe panganda pa phone. Ping! 30th per month. Ping! Oh, shangila. Ping! Medicals taken care of. Transport, administrative costs taken care of. Medical, fiance, once a year you can go on holiday any destination in the world. Taken care of. What more do you want? Just because Nakachinda vamitotosha mumatwino munebwerera po tureri naimwe uyu akaindi oyu tetiare tuteka ifwe. He can't be there as president when you are here. For what? What is that HH doing there when we can simply come back? Besides, the Zambian people are calling for you. Teapo Obama na nomba bala mukabila. Bali mutemwa. Who in America is saying no to Arabwesha Obama? For what? He's saved. His time has chani. He's passed. Kwapwa. Nomba imwe. Oh my. That one can't work. All right. Well, I thought I'd share that with you. Twalanda sana. 30 minutes. I've been speaking for 30 minutes. My goodness. Amazing. Brian Tembo says, you keep us some, let's slay the dragon of deception. Yes. Yes. Somebody's watching from Bristol. Thank you, Bristol. Bristol. Tayali wants to buy himself out of his cases by being good. Well, you know, Tayali's MO, and this is the thing. Yesterday he says, you know, none of my cases can send me to jail. Obofi, you're lying, and he knows it. And this is, you know, this is what Tayali does. He grovels, okay? I mean, look, we all apologize when we feel the need to. But when you begin to grovel, you know, he went to Chief Mukuni there, which that's his right to do. I mean, if he feels remorseful, he can go and say, I'm sorry to the chief. But the motive, the underlining motive is to simply weasel his way out of the situation. But you know, the thing about Tayali is that on one hand, he will grovel. Okay, grovel means why mukufukama. Why mukufukama. Mukwaina rirufyanya munjerereko ndero mbobwerero yokwena chine inendi mwana wenu inenga nalaya kui nalikwata abana nalikwata abakashi ilienga ndatwikaramo ili batupafye batwashimafye ubunga na ushupa na ufika 270 chakutyuko ba chief mukuni na papata munjeleleko. Forgive me inendi mwana ndi muntu fye afuma kulya Aisadomba pa TV. None of my cases can take me to jail. Inyama cases yandion saying I can win them. Do you see the duplicity of Tayali? Do you see it? No humility whatsoever. Udiom guys Udia, he wouldn't be able to recognize humility if it hit him straight in the face. If he walked into humility, he wouldn't recognize humility. Full of pride. Pompa kwa tiparia fiadi. Kanshitapa ni wala. Wala bwana. Neya bunga fia make ya takwete. Bati pa TV. Bwana. Ni boasting ya ibera. Ile imbi. Ile akuti ya pompa. Imo taparia fia muri mwe. Ine I'm a self-made man. Ine nga na tinande. If I were to review some of the cases you have, you have PF, icharo kuti chatenka. But meanwhile, ele kuliba chief mukuni, mukwa ine munjerere ko ine bana wenu ine. Ngana na chitashani. Nde akui. Ine ngabanka kakia chika shani. Bushido. Ubushido fya bweka. Imamu nema na kwa tumutuntu. Temutuntulo. Dishido. Okay. All righty. Thought I'd share that with you. Thank you for watching.